Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Darrell Dukes Podcast. I am your host, Darrell Dukes. Now let's get started. Now we're only 1 week into the Trump presidency, and he has signed a lot of executive orders. And what I do mean by a lot, meaning more than I think any president has signed within their first week of a new administration. And not to mention that the press secretary scolded the media on how they called alternative facts lies, regarding to the amount of people that attended Donald Trump's inauguration. Now, the term alternative facts was coined by Kelly Conaway, who is senior. I want to say, what is the word I'm looking here? Advisor. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Advisor to the president, Donald Trump, and she went on Meet the Press with Chuck Todd, and that's what the phrase was coined, alternative facts. Now, for those of you who believe in alternative facts, what is wrong with you? Because, I mean, let's face it, alternative facts are not facts. They are lies, and more lies, and more lies, unless you can prove them, but lies will still be lies, and all that other stuff. Now, so far, 19 of the 25 of Donald Trump's cabinet members have been basically confirmed to be, actually working at their respected departments. And it was announced, again, within that same week that David Shulkin was announced as a veteran affairs secretary. So that means hopefully the VAs get the VA does what they do, basically hopefully not screw up as they normally do and screw people over, which is not good. Now, Trump says that he has great respect for the news. Yeah, great respect. Great respect. Even though one of his officials told the media to shut up, which Jake Tapper, senior Washington correspondent, basically had this one more answer no, and I'll get to that in a little bit. And basically, right before we even I taped this, he basically, let's just say, if you are some sort of a is immigrant from overseas, particularly a Middle Eastern area, good luck trying to get a visa and come over here because Donald Trump made an executive order to basically ban them from coming here in the U.S. As long as they're Christian, you're good. Meaning, forget all you other guys. You have a problem, well, your problem, your deal, not my problem. But you're Christian, okay, please, come. Which, like I said, as of this taping, they're protesting outside of a Detroit airport, basically saying, Donald Trump, what's wrong with you? Have you lost your bleeping mind and stuff of that nature? So, again, nobody's raised more hell within this first week of a new administration says, I know when. So that's that. Oh, excuse me. Next on the news agenda, Markeith Lloyd here in Orlando. As you've been following my coverage of the accused cop killer, he basically has no respect for authority, tells the judge, F you, and not to mention that this is all caught on camera, this is transmitted live, luckily over the internet, because if this word had made regular broadcast television, local television, I guarantee you the network or the local station rather would have gotten fined a substantial amount of fee. Because they give you a little law in Federal Communications Commission, anytime between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., any words after damn or more specifically hell, good luck, because you say that, you will get slapped on the fine. The reason being behind that, because kids are normally watching between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. However, anytime after the 10 p.m. hour to 6 a.m., basically free range, because the Federal Communications Commission does not expect kids to be up at that time. But going back to the main point, my Keith Lloyd, he told the judge to go F you, ask for a judge's name, and also refused to stand in front of a judge. Now, the main thing that surprises me is that they offered him bond. Let me let you grasp that for a minute. They offered him bond. A guy who killed not only his dead girlfriend, who was pregnant, and a cop, and you're giving him bail? Bail. What have our justice system has done? That should be life right there. I understand he has to go through a trial, due process, yada yada yada. But any person that kills a cop, a law enforcement official who is their job to protect and serve us, to make sure people like him don't be on the street, and you're giving him bail? This is the worst thing that happened since, well, I don't know, since Casey Anthony got away with murder, to put that on the same level as that. But to have a cop killer, give him bond. No, he's still in jail. He has not made bond whatsoever. Well, there's like maybe 3 or 4 bonds that are on him, but I'll get the exact number by the time the next podcast airs or tapes. But yeah, he has like 4 or 5 bonds on him, close to like maybe, I want to say between close to $5,000 ish, and again, he should not be getting bond for killing the cop, an unborn baby, and his ex-girlfriend, and not to mention he's representing himself. He doesn't want a lawyer who actually knows what they're doing. He wants to represent himself to ensure that he gets the proper treatment, which in reality he's going to get eaten alive, because again, when you go against a normal person going against a lawyer, it's not good at all. And I'm speaking from personal experience. It's not good at all. Let's see, what else has been going on in the news besides Trump and Markeith Lloyd? Let's see. Oh yes, going back to Trump. Now, if you expect another country to pay for a certain wall, and the ex-president of that country goes on CNN and says, we're not paying for this effing wall. Note, I'm using effing wall because the former president of Mexico actually used the full technical term of effing wall on a live broadcast on CNN, or to be more specific, Anderson Cooper 360. And now, as of late, Trump is going to have us pay for that wall, which according to Republican leaders, well, Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House, said this might cost us, well, the United States rather, between $12 to $15 billion to build a wall. Just take a picture for a minute. 12 to 15 billion will it be billion dollars to build a wall. Now, if I know how people are these days, I'm pretty sure that wall is not going to do nothing. Here's why: underground tunnels. That wall can only do so much. I'm pretty sure somebody has already built a tunnel, a couple of tunnels, so that you don't have to worry about climbing over a wall, and again, this is me hypothetically speaking, having attack dogs on the other side, or worse, snipers to shoot you for basically trying to come illegally from one country into another. Trust me, that'd be bad. Hopefully, we'll see how this goes, but I'm pretty sure taxpayers don't want to build a wall. Well, use their money to build a wall. That could be used for other things, like, I don't know, the Palmetto Expressway in Miami that still hasn't been built yet, according to people I know. Or, funding something. And speaking of funding something, I read somewhere that Donald Trump may be trying to defund NPR and PBS. Now, those two are, have subsidiary, like, government money somewhere in there, but I mean, let's face it, it's It's not the first time a Republican lawmaker has made a threat to defund PBS. If I remember, back in 2012, Mitt Romney during his presidential campaign said that he was going to defund PBS if he was president. That's one thing you don't ever touch with. You don't touch with public radio or public broadcasting systems, NPR or PBS. Because, I mean, let's face it, they're free, they're educational, and if you cut funding to them and just rely on the people, that may be a problem. Because, say, if they need it for documentaries or full-fledged special reports, that's going to tie them up in the long run. It's going to do more harm than good. So, Trump, if you're thinking about defunding the public broadcasting service and the national public radio, you have another thing coming. That is horrible. It's horrendous, and I will not have like it at all, literally. Um, and also, getting back to my main topic here with the whole telling the press to shut up. I wonder the person that did that. I'm pretty sure they haven't seen Walter Cronkite, the late Walter Cronkite's interview with then President JFK. JFK told Cronkite that if I lose Walter Cronkite, I lose the war. And that was the war of Vietnam. And you basically want the press to be a deaf mute. Now, there's this saying from Catcher in the Rye. I thought what I did was I pretend to be one of those deaf mutes. The press will not be deaf mutes. We are the crap starters. And as crap starters, it's our job to inform the public of what's going on. Because without us, the press, you wouldn't know what's going on and you will find out way too late. Without the press, say that if there was no press today, how would you know there was a hurricane? How would you know what stuff to get? Emergency phone numbers, stuff of that nature. My point exactly. So you tell the press to shut up, okay. That's not going to happen. But nice try though. Nice try. We don't shut up for nothing. We're the crap starters. We're the anti-deaf mutes. When we see things, we will get that SOB started, and we will do it with a smile. Alright guys, this has been a edition of the Darrell Dukes Podcast. Thank you for listening, and until we meet again, friends, stay gold.